This is a real-time, unscripted, channeled podcast with my beautiful co-host, Miss Constance Fox, who is a wonderful psychic medium and channeler. We get all of our information from higher consciousness. We never know what our episode is going to bring, although we do know that these star beings are chomping at the bit to give us some of their information. Now, last video, and I will link that here or down in the description box, but we just talked to the Galactic Federation of Light last time, and that was a huge hit and a great video for us. So we're keeping with the extraterrestrial theme going here, but this is a separate group of beings, it seems, and they call themselves star beings. Can they introduce themselves real quick and maybe how they're different or what their mission is compared to the Galactic Federation?
That's a good question. Yeah, how are they different? Yeah, so this will be interesting because I don't think I've spoken to the star beings. They first came through. This was not too long after I initially started communicating to the Spirit of Jesus. This was about 17 years ago, approximately, give or take. And not too long after that, the star beings came through for the first time. And I'm going to have to get that scanned. I have it on paper typed out, some transcribed conversations with them from then. I don't even know what was talked about, but I'll have to
Interesting.
get that together. That could be interesting to share now, many years later. But they've always been wanting me to share what the messages or information they would like to share with the world. So finally, the star beings. Today is the day to begin, finally, sharing what you'd like to say to everyone and get out. So is this the star beings? Yeah. So is this just one star being speaking for the collective of them or a group of them? Or are you speaking as a group? We are the star beings of light. We come from the light of stars. We are here as a um, humanitarian project. um, we are here to do some cleanup work. Um, we are assigned helping humanity, humans on Earth. During um, during the several year period of time that has already begun this year, starting January, which we're in February 1. So just this last month, you mean? Yes. January 2026 was the official beginning of a several year period of time where the destruction is coming to Earth to change it from how it is and where it's going, the direction it's headed, and to change that around and bring peace on Earth. And this several year period of time is a time of calamity, chaos, destruction, and, challenges. And we are sitting here ready and waiting to be at the time of being used and actively sharing and helping you in the way that we can. So we introduce ourselves as beings of light, no, of love and light. We are enlightened beings. We are from God. All is from God, but we are from the love, love based, fully love based. We are assigned to help you remember your divine nature and to get back in harmony with Mother Earth, each other, and God. So we will be helping you heal, but also develop enlightenment very quickly. This is a time that you all are able to evolve many, many, many more times quickly than before. And we're here and kind of like in perfect timing when we're going to be needed with these challenges coming. Also at the time that you're going to be able to really evolve quickly and elevate your state of consciousness to Christ consciousness. That's your true self already, but it's muddled up. The awareness of that, the direct experience of that, the knowing of that is muddled, and that's the word they're using, is muddled up by fears and chaos energy and belief systems that are not truth, that create all this chaos to begin with. You all have created this unknowingly, unconsciously, and we're of the few um beings, of the few divine beings that are going to be directly working with you to guide you back to harmony again. So, okay, all that being said, many of us want to shout at you and tell you um, you need to wake up and see what you're ignoring. Um, you're all harming each other. You're forced to live unhealthy lives, stressful lives. You're poisoning yourselves, each other, and Mother Earth and the environment. You create suffering for each other. You torture and suffer animals and enslave them. You're barbaric. You are barbaric beings, in our opinion. But we understand you are living like a large portion of your brain function is not functioning. And we understand, why.
That's interesting. Why?
Yeah, so we're not using all of our brain function, huh? Yeah, I know. It's actually been shut down intentionally. So we fully understand why you're creating such a dysfunctional world. You're not using, the brains that you really have that are perfect and not capable of creating dysfunctional things and experiences and even evil experiences and madness. He says like madness. So we are going to help you technologically. Yeah, like technologically. Is that word? Does that mean like computer stuff? When you say technologically? Yeah, kind of like, okay, well, I'm surprised. All right. And also getting back to nature, like simplicity, naturalness, organicness, but then also technologically, that's going to radiate you from inside and awaken you, like induce awakening because of a high energy frequency vibrational equipment. It's not equipment. It's energy, just energy. And somehow able to help us, give us that from within. It's charging your battery with love and light, your divine nature, God energy, yeah, pure energy at its highest, purest form. But of course, this is energy that's invisible. It's not formed. It's formless. And you also need basic guidance and counsel for how to um, slow down, be comfortable with slowing down, not going crazy or mad by slowing down, but slowing down and being able to recalibrate our body, our mind, our nervous system to be comfortable with that, and getting back to balanced living in alignment with nature and Mother Earth and the stars and the planets and the moon, and getting back to civilization is what we call it. just like basic civilization or civilized living. So um, much will be revealed. It will come to creating a book
Yes.
um, that we ask you to literally publish and make available worldwide. And there will be about 20, no, 18. There will be about 18 chapters.
Okay.
That's interesting. And we would like you to um, be completely honest and open and not feel like you need to edit what we say or tame it down or modify it to keep people comfortable with what we have to say, because some of it is not pleasing to the ear, so to speak. And it's not to create havoc, but it's to give you a reality check of where you're very close to creating and being. We're here to help, not to harm. We're here to bring peace on earth, not havoc or chaos. We're here to help clean up the havoc and chaos you all have created and are about to create a kind of a big explosion of it where it finally just booms, like everything kind of comes out in a bunch of chaos in different ways. And we'll teach you how to um, simplify your life in accordance with um, div- divine divine living. And this is getting back to enlightened living, perfection, peace on earth, at one with God and all, as you are all meant to be and live and experience. So,
Do you have a question that they mentioned that it was intentional, like our reduced brain capacity? Who did that and
yeah,
why?
yeah. You were created by other beings from another star system, and they created the human being race, and it was meant to be a good thing for them to create you to live on earth and be not like slaves in their opinion, but workers who are happy and loving, but exist to work for them. They did not want you to suffer or have bad lives, but they did want you to exist for their means. They want like honeybees all working to create something for them to get or have, but happy and living a beautiful life, but just working like that. And they did not mean to make you, this is funny almost, make you, it's a crass analogy. And here I am thinking I should edit this word because it could be considered very, just rude and improper, but this is the exact word that they're using, like make you kind of like a retarded person that's like has brain dysfunction or malfunction, I should say. And that's the word that they're using, kind of like that. They're just using that as an example or as like an analogy. Like we don't have all of our brain function intact, so we're kind of like partially, um,
Some mental retardation, yeah.
yeah. Um, and you're able to develop your brains back, but you need to know how to do this. And you're not going in that direction at all. You've lost that connection to your divine nature almost. Not fully, but almost fully. And so we're here to make sure you do not sever that connection fully where you can never go back again. Um, we were brought here from, well, from Jesus Christ. He does rule Earth. He does supervise Earth and all on Earth. That is his purpose. That is um his his way. Yeah, it means like that's his way. I'm not sure I'm getting that word right, but that's like and we are here because he assigned us here. So you all will be able to come back to fullness of life and join with our, he says, Savior, our Savior. He is our Savior also, not just yours on Earth. I guess maybe there's other planets or universes that Jesus is also kind of, oh, yeah, okay, interesting. Didn't know that. And he goes, yes, yes, yes. And we're here to give you the support and help and the wisdom that you need. And the 18 chapters are going to be all you need to know. And when we are done completing this book, um, we may be leaving you. You will not need any more information from us. And we will probably be making our way back home and like elsewhere and not staying with us. So who
Okay.
what are those beings? Like as you asked Stacy, what are the beings that created the human being race? Sounds like they made a mistake or had a mishap occurred.
Well, it seems like they genetically modified us on purpose, and we've heard it's been the Anunnaki
Yes, I've heard that
previously.
before as well.
Is that true? And where does
Uh,
God sit in this? Because did he allow that? Did he oversee that? Did he say he wanted that to happen? Or did they just do it out of their own mission and it wasn't supposed to be? Like, was this sanctioned by God? And like, where does he fit in this? Because, we
yeah,
all believe in the creation story of God created man and woman.
right, right. And they go, yes, yes, the Anunnaki. And I know these are kind of extraterrestrial beings from another planet or place, right? Um, and they made a big mistake. They began a new karmic debt for them that is insurmountable, and they will, in interrupting, like every being in existence, karma is always applicable. And so they want to right the wrong that they've done, but they're too malicious. No, they're too mad. Yeah, the word is mad. Does that mean angry mad or crazy mad? Um, Mad means not able to think straight. They're not thinking straight. That's why we're here. Um, that's why we're here. They are not doing the right thing. They're not thinking straight, but that's another story. They did create the human being race and for their own purposes and creation. No, God is in every being, every form. You create new beings, don't you? I guess like the human being race? Like, what is that? Like clones or
Yeah, we've modified genetically foods and mixed DNA of this species with another species. And
yeah, it's just
yeah, I guess we're
disgusting.
guilty as well.
Yes, and so that's what they did. Yes, yes, and yes. And they did not realize they were going to create, here's that crass word again, like retarded beings. So if something was erased in our brain or not fully functional and we're kind of ignorant or, you know, not
Yeah,
fully aware divine beings, I guess, or fully intelligent, it sounds like also. um, okay. So, oh, you will be talking to the Anunnaki regularly in a little while. They are going to bring back the human race to a more like elevated level because they want to, but they also need to. For themselves, they need to, but they want to for us as well. It's something they're doing reluctantly, but they're kind of also doing it voluntarily. So that's interesting. I don't fully get that, but I guess we can get into that later. It's a little interesting. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We're going to be talking to them sometime coming up later, and it sounds like kind of regularly. Like, do they want to talk to us regularly? And yes, yes, yes. And this is part of their cleanup work and work that they need to do to help kind of correct what they've done. So I guess they'll be helping us too. Wow, we're going to have help from the star beings, the Galactic Federation of Light, and then also, which is kind of interesting. I just got that, the Galactic Federation of Light, and they call themselves the star beings of light. They come from the light of stars, which is interesting. So I guess
yeah,
they've,
that's interesting. Are they non-physical?
we are more etheric or ethereal than your physical form. Yeah, they're more ethereal or etheric. Um, we do have a form, but it's much more lighter or higher, like less dense. And then the Anunnaki. Okay. Wow.
And then the Anunnaki are more physical. And are they still on the planet?
They are reluctantly. I don't know why he kind of words it like that. I say he, but whoever's speaking of the star beings right now, do you have a gender? Like a female, male? Yes, yes. I am not either male or female, though.
Interesting.
Okay. Maybe not like us. Okay.
So I remember we talked to the soul of the Anunnaki a while ago, probably like 7, 8 years ago for a while. And I believe it was Enki and Enlil, wasn't it?
Oh
Enki and
my gosh,
Enlil?
that's right.
Weren't they two brothers? Like one wanted to do this, one didn't want to do it. And
Yeah, where they
then
were kind of always opposing each other, and one was kind of
yeah.
more good, and one was a little more selfish or
Yeah, so will we be speaking to those
caring.
two brothers specifically, or are there other members of this
That's
race?
right. Anki and Enlil. That's right.
Yeah, like
Anki and Enlil. Um, you'll be speaking with them, all right. It just goes like, yes, yes.
okay.
Wonder why you word it like that. Um, we have like a heaviness in our hearts uh because of them. We understand them also, but they are not growing, and that is causing, more suffering, and we want to bring more light to the world and to, I guess, our existence and maybe others that maybe are affected as well.
Our growth was stunted or by engineering, our DNA was modified, so now we're not at full capacity to carry the divine fully with us right now. They're going to help us, they said, technologically. Do they want to get into any of the ways that they're going to be helping us technologically, or any of the basic guidance around just like living naturally and slowing down? Or is that something they want in the book? What else is their mission for today's um, YouTube video? What else do they want the world to know about them right now?
The first chapter can begin today now. Maybe you want to ask questions as we make recommendations. Feel free to like intervene or interject to ask something, I guess. But the first and foremost topic or thing that we want to bring to your awareness and understanding is that you are going to be making a new life on Earth, and it will be like primitive style at first, um and you will need to live simply again. And many people will not be able to feel comfortable with that. They're too engulfed in other things, other like
Like
expectations.
modernizations type of stuff?
Yeah, and the other things are important. They will not be able to adapt.
Hmm.
Some people will go mad, like crazy mad. Some people will become homicidal. Some will become suicidal. Some will get diseased and ill and move on, meaning die and move on to another life. The people that are going to remain here on Earth are going to be able to adapt, and we're going to help you learn how to adapt. The first thing is you must realize that your wow, wasn't expecting this to come up. This is such a topic I don't like to talk about or hear about. It's such a personal topic for people. I don't even think we should try to give advice about it, but this is what they're saying. All right, you're telling yourselves it's okay to torture people and animals. This is kind of like the first and foremost thing that's got to be brought to your awareness and understanding more. It's like the most heaviest, the most severe thing that you're doing that's coming back to you unknowingly. You don't know what you're creating. You don't know what you're doing. And so we're here to bring you, this understanding more. Your jails are not acceptable. How you demand people live to physically survive is not acceptable. You're not able to live healthy, balanced lives. You're not able to live free, happy lives. You value other things more. You do not need to eat animals anymore to survive. You're not cavemen anymore. You've evolved and have become much more intelligent and have access to hundreds or maybe thousands of foods where you do not have to stay that dense, but you do not let them be free and wild even. You enslave them, torture them, make them sick, demented beings, and then kill them inhumanely. And you think that's okay eating them? You're creating much sickness for yourselves and don't even know that you're doing it. Um, you all need to be, wow, this is interesting coming out so bluntly to say this. You all need to be vegetarians if you want to elevate your energy vibration. It's up to you. You can go down with the masses. That's okay. But if you want to evolve and remain here on Earth and help the younger generations learn how to live life on Earth again and keep it going, keep humanity going, create peace on Earth again, you have to raise your energy vibration. And living sick, unhealthy lives and creating suffering to human beings and animals is not going to enable you to have an enlightened state of consciousness. Do you see how that is not in alignment with an enlightened state of consciousness? So we will share what's needed. You can take it or leave it. It's up to you. We're just here to do our job and help how and where we can. We want to write this book through you, and then we want to leave. And if we're able to leave, we will leave. So they think they're leaving, but I guess they need full permission from Jesus first before they can actually exit. Oh my gosh. So that's number one. So, does it make a difference if, like, for example, I usually, not always, but usually buy meat from like a private farm or something from the
Ranch or
Northwest, from
whatever.
Montana, yeah, ranch or something, and they um supposedly have very humane treatment of them. They never feed them,
Yeah, they're not
poisoned
processed in a
food and grain and soy and
slaughterhouse.
corn. They don't give them antibiotics and steroids and hormones, and they don't, they treat them humanely. Um, and then they're killed very humanely, supposedly. Like, does that make a difference if we buy meat that's humanely raised and treated? Um, it does help. Yes, it does help. Of course, it helps. You're supporting the more humane treatment of animals. Yes, but you're meant to be beings of light, not beings of death. You can think about it. Yes, do that. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave that one there. So, from an energetic perspective, I get it exactly what they're saying and how we treat animals and mass produce them and stick them in small enclosures and they're pooping on themselves and we steal their babies so we can get their milk. And, it's
Disgusting. Yeah,
just
it really
cattle in
is.
general. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not nice at all. So I
Imagine if
see what
some
they're,
beings collected us and enslaved us and treated us like that. We would think that's pretty unacceptable and barbaric. Yeah.
yeah,
So
exactly.
anyway, wow, I'm going to have to definitely think on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Will we ever get to the point that we don't need food at all? Or we could just be like breatharians or taking our energy from the
No,
ether?
you can live without needing food if you want to when you're advanced enough, enlightened enough. Um, when you're enlightened enough, you do not even need water. You're so ethereal or etheric, even though you're in a physical body, you live on like life energy, um, that fills everything needed. But you're physical beings here on earth and you're meant to drink water, you meant to eat food, but you will eat much less. You will eat all raw foods eventually. And with some new foods that you're not familiar with that will come back on Earth that have been kind of maybe either like destroyed or something. Yeah, so like there's going to be some quote new foods that come out that we'll eat, and they are filled with light much more than like food than that we know now. We know of now. It's food that has many, many times more life energy in it. And it's like almost like magnetic or something. It's all resonates such a high vibrational, so such high energy frequency in it. And so one or two or three bites gives life energy that is not known. Like we don't really know about this yet. Um, and so that will be coming later, kind of like this new foods, some new foods. Oh, what about the prisoners? Yeah, how we treat people
Oh, yeah.
and prisoners and even other people and how just our lifestyle. Unless you're of the elite, you have to live a pretty unhealthy, imbalanced lifestyle just to like live paycheck to paycheck, most people. So you mean like that? Yes, like you need to stand up and say, this is not how we want to live and change your um, way of life, way of living. You're going along with unhealthy, imbalanced living that causes disease, stress, madness, even no life worth living, so to speak. Depression, anxiety, mental disorders, sicknesses. You're living like this willingly. You have to change your way of life and way of living so you can be who you're meant to be. Healthy, balanced, happy, whole, and unpoisoned. You're all poisoning yourselves every day. You have to wake up and say, we don't want to keep living like this. This is no way for us to live. This is not how God wants us to live. And yes, people in jails and, uh, it's not just animals, it's even how we treat people. Knowing people are suffering, knowing people are homeless, and not helping each other. You see someone displaced, like homeless or displaced. Do you offer your home? Do you offer a meal? Do you offer your clothes? Do you offer some help? Do you offer your money? Do you help them get to a good place in their life? Only if it's someone you know, maybe, maybe, maybe not. If it does not bother you much, you have to care about each other and yourselves more. So think about this too, please. There's one other point. Okay, instill your hearts with love for the Creator, for God, because you all are disconnected from God in your knowingness and you're feeling it and kind of like your direct experience. You can never be not with God, but you do not experience yourselves as God anymore. And you're like people with no brain. Oh my God. You're not aware beings. You're beings that are not aware. Like you're live alive, you go to work, you do whatever, but you're not aware. Increasing your awareness of God, you need to instill in your hearts love for God again. So that energy is connecting to God, the Creator, with love. It's like love and devotion to God. But you have to instill, you have to consciously, intentionally, and deliberately instill loving energy to God. You have to give, send, feel, instill love and devotion to God. So you do that by first, on an elementary level, but that's where you have to begin, on the elementary level. Start talking lovingly to God. It will start to awaken your true love for God more and more and more. Speak lovingly to God. Speak lovingly and do it often. Reconnect that kind of disconnected connection. So start instilling, and that's what they call it, instilling love energy for God. So talk lovingly to God. By just talking lovingly to God, you're going to activate that connection. And then it's going to grow. And then you can do more with that from there, but start with that. That's just like the kind of maybe the elementary level starting suggestion. There's more quote advanced work in that department. I'm sure, yes, but that's just the first step. Just start speaking lovingly to God. I mean, do you want to give us a suggestion? Do you mind? Of like how to do that, how you would do that, or what would be a good way of doing that, or maybe it just comes naturally from someone's heart. I love you, God. Thank you, God. I want to feel you more, God. I am devoted to you, God. I am here for you, God. I'm listening to you, God. I'm helping others for you, God. I'm here for you, God. I'm devoted to you, God. I am giving your love to others, God. That's giving you love, God. And that's why I'm here, God. I want more of that, God. I want more of you, God. I'm here for you, God. I love you, God. So I guess maybe anything that comes natural in that regard.
Perfect. Is that it for his suggestions
He says a title.
for the book?
This is chapter 1.
Oh,
What do you want to call this? Starting with the basics? Is that a suggestion, like with a question mark? Or an actual, um, it is starting with the basics. You can come up with a title on your own after this chapter is complete and you know what it's all about. And then you might want to form a title then, but that's what it's all about. Getting, back to the basics. That's it. Back to the basics.
okay. Then we do have a question. I think this goes back to some of the greater injustices. Obviously, we don't torture animals on our own, and we don't have slaughterhouses that we own or raise cattle or any animal in a bad way. So I think they're kind of asking, people are like, what are we supposed to do, especially in our online community that is taking place with us in this video with us in the chat. What are we supposed to do about the greater injustices in the world?
That's a great question. Yeah. What are we supposed to do? Yeah, I don't feel we have the power to do it, but how do we help people in prison? How do we help the animals or prevent this? I mean, how do we? Um, you give of yourself to helping them. You do not support it. That is number one. You do not participate. You're not a participant of that. you know, of torturing animals, people, whatever. You're not a participant. You're not participating and contributing. So that's one, but help raise awareness to how animals are treated horribly. Think about helping a prisoner. Think about helping to promote better treatment for prisoners. It's starts simple and small and grows. All your kind of so-called like non-for-profit organizations and foundations and charitable groups, they started with one person wanting to help something or someone or a cause or help prevent something that was harmful or damaging. It started with one person and then two and then three, and then they started helping in whatever way. There are lots of opportunities to help the sick and suffering, the homeless, the abused, many different. They're all around you. They're all around you everywhere. Be mindful of who needs help, of who's suffering, of who's desperately needing help. Just be mindful of them and think of how can I help. That's up to you, but just start doing something to help those that are suffering in some way, hurting in some way, and it will grow. Others will join you. You'll eventually become a group or an organization helping multiple people or helping multiple animals or helping to maybe improve laws or something that helps something.
Do they have a title for this book that they wanna call it?
Ooh,
Or do we wanna wait till it's formed? But
they say that, you're welcome to call it what you'd like, but please include our name, the star beings of light. We come from the light of stars and we are God loving beings and all loving beings, God loving beings, enlightened beings, high consciousness beings, star beings of light. Well, we'll have to think about. Um, Now he's giving a title, actually. I don't know if he's being facetious or serious. A suggestion: How to Save Your Lives on Earth and Create a New Life on Earth that's filled with God awareness. That's what the book's about.
is it a certain star in particular? Like,
Yeah,
or
what does that
what
mean?
does
Come
that
from the
mean?
light of stars. Like, yeah, is a certain star. There is a star. No, it's like a big star that is a planet. No, it's like a star system. There's more than one. It's like having many planets, but they light up. They're lit up, kind of like light bulbs, golden or light kind of beaming off of them. It's such a high energy frequency. We are not physically dense, so we're ethereal. So it's not a place that can inhabit human beings, but we are, very lit up, so to speak, like the way we would see it or describe it. You're dense beings, like very physically dense. Our form is very hard physical matter. And we are glowing beings. We glow light. And we come from these stars, the star system, to obviously a different star system.
Is it
And
Zeta Reticuli?
but no,
No? I know that one's popped up in a few different books.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
But
this
yeah, I guess it's multiple.
big star system.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like a star system. There's multiple stars, but and they're kind of like planets. Do you all kind of live on those? We are created from that, kind of like that dimension, from the light.
Okay.
So I don't quite get it.
We may just never understand with
Yeah,
with our handicap.
we can't really understand those things fully because the mind cannot relate to spirit and that. Anyway, exactly what you just said. So I think some things I won't be able to fully understand
Yeah, we
until I'm
until we're there, we just
yeah.
have to accept and trust and say, "Okay, it's gotta be something close to that." So, we'll just go with it till we're there.
Before we go, geez, well, thank you, star beings, and we look forward to speaking with you again. And we're all going to absorb what you've said today. So, does Jesus have anything you would like to say today before we go? Oh, he just goes surprisingly. He says, no. I thought he might say something. He says, this is the Star Beings Day. And so this is for them today, this video. So he says, we will bring in more self love together next time we talk.
Oh,
Remember, self love is what's needed above and beyond everything or the surface level things or activities, or it's self love, loving yourselves and thinking highly of yourselves and honoring yourselves and respecting yourselves and giving yourself compassion and understanding and love and grace. So, um, we will talk about self love and the importance of that and how to um, give yourself literally more self love.